Hey guys, I want to talk about narcissistic sex. First of all, I want to thank uh, you YouTubers for subscribing to my channel, and I want to thank Facebook for following me. And I also want to say this: I'm not trying to make money with YouTube. I'm good. My whole thing is, I've heard a lot of YouTubers that have said there's just too many restrictions on what they can and can't say. And I'm not really trying to monetize or get paid or anything like that, because I want to be able to say what I want to say, so that's that. So yeah, narcissistic sex. And you guys have heard me talk about energy. And narcissistic sex is it's my stomach is growling. But anyway, it's you know how you go to bed with somebody and you wake up and you be like, or you have sex with them and you be like, that was nasty. I don't even know why I did that. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like making love. It didn't feel like none of that. And you be like, see, narcissist energy is toxic, and it doesn't have to be narcissistic energy. It can be toxic energies from a sociopath. It can be toxic energy from a psychopath. It can be toxic energy from a person that just playing games and they really haven't been diagnosed with a personality disorder. Excuse me, I don't know why is it that I'm always burping when I do these YouTube channels, but anyway, the YouTube videos. But anyway, it's a different kind of energy when you have sex with a narcissist. When a person goes up inside of you, there's an exchange of energy. And it doesn't have to be, they don't necessarily have to go up inside of you, but when they are inside of you, the exchange of energy is very, it's intensified. And you can just feel that, like, oh my God, I don't even know why I did that, and just the whole 9 yards. Look at it like this. When you go into a room, and most of you guys have experienced this, you walk into a room, and when you walk into that room, you can just translate the energy. You can feel that these people have been talking about you. You can't prove it, you're not going to say anything, but you can just feel that these people have been talking about you. Or you can walk into a room and it's a group of people and the energy is like so thick you can almost cut it with a knife. And you'd be like, you walk into the room and you're like, what y'all talking about? And everybody's stumbling over their words and stuff because they don't want to say what had been said and all that kind of stuff. But think of it like that. There's an exchange of energy. When you walked into that room, they picked up on your energy, which is why they stopped talking about you, and you picked up on their energy that they was talking about you. Okay? So kind of think of it like that. I don't want to go too much into it, and I hope a lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about. But when two people come together, and it doesn't have to be people, it can be in a group of, you can walk in a group, you can go to a party and you can feel like, oh man, I ain't staying very long because something don't feel right. But you got to think of it like narcissistic sex. When they're having sex with you, especially when they are going inside of you, they are depositing all of that negative, toxic energy inside of you. But it's not coming from necessarily the sperm. It's that interaction that takes place, that intense interaction that takes place between you and that other person. And when they go inside of you, then it's even more intense. And you wake up, that's why, okay, rape victims, that's why when they've been raped, you'll see that, they go to the bathroom and they try to wash it all off, because that energy has entered into their energy field, their electromagnetic field. But I don't want to go too deep into that. So another thing about narcissistic sex, like I just said, you can feel their energy and you're like, oh, I don't even know why I even had sex with that person, or something didn't feel right, or and all that stuff. That's why if you see in my thumbnail, you'll see like the narcissist, he's going right to sleep. He feeling good. And you laying up in the bed with your eyes open talking about what the hell just happened. But see, when you're a good person and that narcissist has gone up inside of you like that, they have drawn out of you that good energy. And that good energy, in my opinion, that they have drawn out of you makes them go to sleep. They just like, they go into sleep, they totally relaxed and all that. Let me tell you something else about narcissistic sex. They really don't care about you having your orgasm. No, they really don't. Because when they have sex, it's all about you. It's all about them, And when they having sex with you, and they are, let's say, concerned about, oh, well, baby, did you get it? What can I do? How can I help you? Tell me what I need to do, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times, it's really about control. I don't want you to leave me because I can't satisfy you. So I'm going to satisfy you, and I'm going to do all those things that you want me to do. You want me to go down on you? What you want? You want to get some toys? What you want? I want you to get yours too. It's all about making sure you're satisfied. But the name of the game is, let me make sure that I can lure you into my narcissistic web. Okay, so let's say you've got your orgasm and it's feeling good and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, but something still feels a little bit off. Pay attention to your gut feeling. Anything that a narcissist says or does, when you pick up on that intuitive feeling, the feelings that you have is your feelings that you have is an indication that something that the narcissist said or did not have good intentions behind it. And just because they're having sex with you, that don't mean that they got good intentions behind that sex. They got intentions of luring you in, making sure you get your orgasm, and then they're going to devalue you while you're having sex. Let me say that. Devaluing just means they're going to treat you like you're not important, right? They're going to treat you like you're not important. So let's say you're having sex, all right? The TV's going. In the middle of all this interaction, they want to stop, and I've had this happen to me. They stop and the intercourse is just like kind of it's not it's in real slow motion now, because they looking to see what just came on TV. They looking at that commercial, or some of them, they got to pick up the phone. Somebody called or somebody messaged them and they heard the chime and they got to pick up the phone. You know what? No. That's treating you, that's an indication to let you know that you're not that important. And you got to pay attention to that. It's an exchange of energy that takes place. I had a lady, it's just like the color purple. Remember when Celie went to bed with Mr. and she said, she was telling, what's her name? I forgot the lady's name, but she was telling her, it just feels like he's going to the toilet on me. Now that's disgusting for somebody to piss on you. But that's how toxic this man was. And when that exchange of energy took place, that's what it felt like. That was the best description that she can give. I talked to a woman that told me she went on a cruise with a man, and she thought that she liked him and everything, but when she had sex with him, it was just like, she kept saying it was like, ugh. It was like, ugh. Almost like that, the color purple, it was like, ugh, felt like he was just going to the toilet on me, and I wish I had never had sex with him. See, have you ever walked into a room and you look at that person, you be like, something ain't right about that person. And if you're real intuitive or learning it, you're like, I ain't going. If so-and-so's going to be there, I ain't going. You got to pay attention to that. Some people, they give you the EBGBs. You look at them and you like, nah, he look creepy. I can just, my goosebumps came up on my arm when I started thinking about him being in my presence, because he creepy. But see, some of them narcissists, they're so good at masking their creepiness. They're so good at masking their toxicity. Man, they will put the finest clothes on, put that cologne on or the perfume or whatever. And let me say this, it don't matter if it's oral sex or not, because I'm speaking to the gay people. If it's a lesbian relationship or if it's a male relationship, it don't matter. It's still an exchange of energy, but when somebody goes inside of you, it's just more intense. That exchange takes place. It's like you get the EBGBs when it's oral sex and something ain't right or whatever. But when they all up inside of you, you be like, oh my God, oh no, But I forgot my point, y'all. But I want to say this. Pay attention to how you feel when you're around certain people. Pay attention to how you feel. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Most of y'all know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to keep this video too long, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. But most of y'all know what I'm talking about. That person that makes you go, something ain't right about him, I'm telling you. I don't want to eat their food. I don't really want to be around with them. I really don't want to go on a vacation with them because something ain't right. You know. So I'm just saying all this to say this. Your feelings is an indicator. There's something that person said or did or is doing to you is an indicator. Your feelings is an indicator that it didn't come from good intentions. If it came from good intentions, man, you're gonna be on cloud 9, feeling high, thinking about that person all day long, and can't wait to do it again. All right, y'all. So I'm out. I'll talk to you guys next time.